Now we'll see disorders related to calcium. Okay, you have for all the minerals you have to learn hyper and hypo conditions. Hypercalcemia, that means increased calcium concentration in blood. The other condition, hypocalcemia, where you have decreased calcium concentration in blood. Okay, this goes above 11 milligram per deciliter. This below 9 milligram per deciliter. Okay, so these are the two disorders, hypercalcemia and hypocalcemia. Now we need to learn the features. First one is hypercalcemia, more amount of calcium in circulation, which is a condition where you see hypercalcemia. It is due to excessive production of PTH, parathyroid hormone. So we have learned that the action of parathyroid is to increase the calcium concentration in blood. So if by any chance, like in parathyroid adenoma or a PTH secreting tumor, in which you will have more amount of PTH in your circulation, PTH in circulation increases. So a large amount of PTH is acting on the calcium present in your body and increasing calcium concentration, resulting in hypercalcemia. So this is one condition where you see hypercalcemia. Other diseases, there are many examples where you will see hypercalcemia, like in multiple myeloma, Paget's disease affecting your bone. Okay, all this you will see hypercalcemia. Now what are the features? First one is increased calcium concentration. So what will happen in blood? It can be lost from bone, so osteoporosis. Now X-ray will show punched out lesions. The bones become brittle and fragile because the calcium is being taken from the PTH. When we learn the action of PTH itself, we have learned that PTH actually releases calcium from the bone into your circulation. Calcium from the bone is released into circulation. That is how the calcium level increases. So your calcium is being taken from the bone. So osteoporosis and punched out lesions in the bone. Bone becomes brittle due to demineralization. Okay, calcium is being removed from bones. Now, what are the other features? There is excess calcium in the circulation, so calcium begins to be excreted out through urine. Calcium begins to be excreted out through urine, so there is bilateral urinary calculi. Because calcium increased amount of calcium excretion is there, chloride excretion is inhibited, leading to hyperchloremic acidosis. Also this excess calcium, because the calcium increased in blood, there is more amount in urine. Also the excess calcium gets deposited in all the other tissues like pancreas, muscle, skin, etc. All the tissues shows excess amount of calcium deposition. Okay, so these are the features of hypercalcemia. Next is hypocalcemia, where you see decreased calcium concentration. Now, normal is 9 to 11 milligram per deciliter. So below per deciliter. Okay, below 9 milligram per deciliter, hypocalcemia. Basically below 8.8 milligram per deciliter, you call it as hypo. Okay, less than 8.5 milligram per deciliter, the patient will start experiencing mild tremors. So functions we have learned, it is involved in muscle contraction, nerve transmission, etc. So muscle contraction is a major function of calcium. So if there is any deficiency in calcium, it will start appearing in contraction of muscle. So less than 7.5 milligram per deciliter, you call it as tetany. The condition is called as tetany. Okay. Major feature of tetany: neuromuscular irritability. because calcium is involved in muscular contraction and nerve transmission. So below 7.5 milligram per deciliter of calcium results in a life-threatening condition called tetany. Major feature is neuromuscular irritability. Then what are the features of tetany? Which all conditions tetany is developed? Because you require vitamin D, PTH and calcitonin for the maintenance of calcium level. So when does it go down? When there is not enough availability of vitamin D and PTH. Any condition where there is decrease in vitamin D, decrease in PTH, because if vitamin D and PTH is present in sufficient amount, they will always bring up calcium level and there will not be any deficiency. So deficiency develops only when there is not enough amount of vitamin D and PTH or excess amount of calcitonin, right? Because calcitonin always try to decrease the calcium level. So if there is, by any chance, there is excess amount of calcitonin production, it will result in tetany or calcium deficiency. As such, calcium is not available in the diet in proper amount, it will cause calcium deficiency. Now, what are the other features of tetany? You have carpopedal spasm. Main thing, it will cause spasm because of the neuromuscular irritability. Tetany is always shown or exhibited by different spasms. Okay, so there will be carpopedal spasm of the hand. So other spasm which are seen, laryngeal spasm is there. Then other two signs, typical features of your tetany, Joseph sign and Trousseau sign is there. Here what happens is that tapping of the facial nerve will show facial contraction. This is an easily visible sign of tetany. Hypocalcemia is there. When you tap the facial nerve of the patient, facial contraction will be shown by the patient. Then Trousseau sign, if the BP cuff is inflated for continuously for 3 minutes, there will be development of carpopedal spasm. So these are the main features of tetany. Now what can be done for curing this? Injection of calcium ion, so that calcium level goes to 9 to 11 milligram per deciliter.